bro, there's a little rumor going around that y'all sparred once. Shout out to Shane Mosley Sr. He said, I guess, I don't know. He was there. I don't know. Was you there?
He said he was there.
I don't know. Terrence, you know, I didn't. I knew it was this wrong. I didn't even click on it. I said Terrence would have said something.
Hey, listen, I love Shane. You know, but I ain't even gonna say nothing. Everybody knows.
Okay. All right. So everybody got your answers because people keep asking me. I said.
All right. Terence Crawford explains that him and Errol Spence did not spar. Shane Mosley. Sugar Shane Mosley Sr. says that said he heard that they sparred. Then he also answered the comedian's Earthquake's question. He said, why you don't think this fight ain't really reaching out to the casuals, you know, crossing over to the masses for real, like a Mike Tyson or Mayweather fight? He answered that question. So he was on the Porterway podcast. Somebody shared it in the Discord. Shout out to the person that shared in the Discord. Well, I don't think I would have seen it by now, but thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button, it's the bell icon button. Check out my new channel, Free Game 89. Hit the link in the description or in the link tree under other channel or new channel. It'll take you straight there. I ain't in the algorithm yet. Producing content on there, at least one video a day. So hopefully y'all enjoy the content over there. So I'm gonna continue to try to improve the experience. But so yeah, he basically said that it's not true, you know, because Shane Mosley came out, Sugar Shane Mosley came out and said that he heard that he said, I heard the clip. He said, I heard that Errol Spence really did some damage to Terence Crawford and sparring. Now, at the end of the day, somebody said that Errol Spence's daddy was on the Least Attorney channel and he kind of touched on it or alluded to they had sparred or whatever. So I didn't hear it myself, but I heard Shane Mosley say, I heard. And I heard somebody sent the clip in our text message chat. Somebody said, I heard. And when I heard him say, well, I heard, I said he wasn't there. So here he say, she say shit. I mean, ain't nobody trying to hear that. I heard. So that was his exact thing. I heard. That's exactly what he said. And when I heard him say, well, I heard, I already knew it wasn't much validity to the rumors. Now if he said, well, yeah, I saw, but no, I heard he did some damage, okay. Nobody brought it up in the press conference. We heard a lot about Errol sparring. We heard about him, you know, sparring with Mayweather. We heard about him knocking Adrian Broner out. Freddie Roach, the one that broke that. They try to act like it didn't happen, but Freddie Roach was the one that broke that story. So they tried to act like that didn't happen. You know, and in fact, you know, it did. So at the end of the day, people want to know why Earl got a crazy following. I mean, Olympian that was on TV, Dallas was a market that was looking for some type of winner. The Mavs wasn't willing. I don't know if the Stars was winning. I don't think the Cowboys, shit, we know them ninjas wasn't winning. So, and then a lot of the sparring stories is what really helped him pick up steam as far as clout too. You know, he sparred Mayweather when he got released from jail. You know, he knocked out Adrian Broner. I mean, he talked about beating Jose Benavidez Senior up. Junior up. You know, these different sparring stories. So, and he ain't one of them guys that can spar but can't fight under the lights. He can beat your ass under the lights, or he can beat your ass in the gym. So he do it on both platforms. You got some guys that look like a superstar in sparring, but you put them in a real fight, and it's definitely a real thing. Now, you can't win sparring. It's really supposed to be practice. You know, that's what it's really supposed to be, practice. But some people treat it like, you know, it's a real fight. Some people try to win it, and then they fight that same guy in the live fight night ring, and then it's like, oh, it wasn't the same. You know, so you got some people that just coast through sparring. They work how they want to work, and people be thinking that's their real performance, and then come on fight night, they're a beast. Some people show up when the lights come on the brightest. Some people show up either or. You know, some people just take sparring as time to work. So, and work on things they need to get better at. So, or just hone some things. But nonetheless, but to carry on, it's like, you know, excuse me, I lost train of thought. But yeah, he already basically said that shit wasn't true. He said it wasn't true. He said, I ain't got nothing to say. I mean, like I said before, you know, and then when Shane Mosley, a Hall of Famer, said it, give it validity. But that's why I went back to the source of what when he said it, and he said that, well, I heard. Well, you didn't see it, you heard. And that was something for them to run off with. He beat up Bud in sparring, and, you know, I had never heard them sparring. I know people keep asking me. I said, I never heard about them sparring. But then he asked the comedian, they had the comedian Earthquake on there, and he asked him, you know, Crawford basically said that, you know, the marketing is pretty good for the fight, but don't feel like he ain't reaching the casual fan. Earthquake asked him the question, like, why do you don't think you're reaching the casual fan? And he was very blunt and clear about it. He said, we two black men, and, you know, people want to see us basically talk trash like Mike Tyson and Mayweather and go back and forth to build the fight, to build that type of controversy due to McGregor and Mayweather. And he basically said that, you know, he ain't willing to do that. He said that. He said, I don't want to go somewhere and then, you know, when I leave the room, they call me a ninja. My whole argument about that is the show business, entertainment. They gonna say that regardless. You know, you think, what's my man's name? Byron Allen walk into a room, Jay-Z walk into a room, or what's the dude that paid everybody a student loan debt off at Morehouse? He walk into a room, or Bob Johnson walk into a room and walk out, no matter with their head up, shoulders up, you know, clean cut, they still gonna call them a ninja when they walk out the room. Even if they portray one or they don't. Or a ninja, how about that? That's my thing about it. People want controversy, and that's how you sell a fight. As simple as that. It's business. It's the show business. It's part of this boxing game. It's entertainment. It's an entertainment business. Nobody want to see both of y'all, you know, be respectful. And he said, well, you know, but we gonna deliver in the ring. That's cool, but you gotta get the people to the arena, spending the money, buying the pay-per-views. You know what I'm saying? Not say, well, I'll get y'all in the rematch, or I'll get y'all in the next fight. Next fight might be a year and a half down the road. They didn't forgot that. But I understand where you're coming from, but that's just what it takes to sell a fight for everybody. It ain't exclusive to black people. It's exclusive to all people. That's what made McGregor and Khabib such a great fight going into it. They got history. They had real history. That's what made it a real fight. They had history. You know? They have real history. So you can say what you want to say, but them jokers have real history. And obviously what happened after the fight was you know, phenomenal in my opinion. McGregor and this team deserved that ass whooping, but and he deserved to get spit on. I don't care, he's a piece of you know what. But yeah, he said, you know, just because they ain't out there, you know, they did a little back and forth going. They kept it clean. It seemed like they had an agreement that they wasn't going to sell this fight this way, and they was going to try to change the perception of how to sell a fight. But if that's the case, you got to do the alternative things to keep people in the fight. They should have put more effort into All Access. You know what I'm saying? They should be putting more, you know, media appearances. Or doing some more in between the fight. It's kind of like when it's the press. It's like for boxing when it's the fight. You know, when it's the opening press conferences, and then after that it's a dead zone to maybe the All Access, whatever. Then from the 2 episodes of All Access, it's dead zones between that, and it's a dead zone. You know, until fight week. You got to keep the juices flowing all the way around. But they don't know how to properly promote it. What he sees as people calling them ignorant and people tearing them down is entertainment. That's how you keep the juices flowing. As long as don't nobody get too personal, kids, wives, mamas, daddy, shit like that, sick family members, I don't think it's a problem. That's my thought on it. I'm going to talk shit regardless. That's just what it is. That's just Like everybody in Detroit that grew up in Detroit for real, grew up in the hood. We talk shit. You know, sometimes we'll go overboard and somebody want to throw hands. Yeah. Well, that's what separate the real great trash talkers from everybody else. The good, the average, the shitty trash talkers, because you got to be quick on your feet with that. And two, you got to be able to take it just as much as you can, more than you can dish it in ways. You know, it's a gift to gab. And there's gonna be some that stray on the belt line. It is what it is. There's gonna be some that might be borderline, whatever. But I respect their opinion to keep it clean, whatever. But he said he gonna break you like Toby. So that's why I don't be entering truths with my opponents. As soon as he would have said that, I'd have got real disrespectful. But then again, guess what? He can let his hands talk in the ring. That's the beauty of it. He can let his hands talk in the ring. So we'll see. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Check the Box News playlist out. Check out the welterweight playlist out. Hit the link tree. Check out my other channel, Free Game 89. It's in the link tree. It's in the description. Check me out on TikTok, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, plenty more. All that's in the link tree. It's the first link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.